Hey everyone, welcome to day 9 of the plank challenge. I'm super excited for everyone so far. There's been a bunch of you that have been consistent every single day and I'm super proud of every single one of you, regardless of your consistency. If you've showed up every day or every other day, you guys are still showing up and that's fucking amazing. Pardon my language. Anyways, we're gonna be going through a series of stretches. I've created a sequence so that you kind of like warm up in sequence and then gradually warm up so that you can do the harder stretches. But then in the caption, I'm gonna also differentiate the stretches by like body parts. So if like your shoulders hurt more, I'll kind of group the shoulder work stretches together. Or if your wrists hurt more, I'll group those together. For example, your back or whatever. So we're gonna be going through wrists, arms, including, triceps, forearms, shoulders, back, and chest stretches. And I think that's everything that we're going to cover today. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. Most of the stretches, just do them once. Hold it for like 5 deep breaths. I'm going to say hold everything for 5 deep breaths. At least. That's a minimum. 10 is better. 10 is better. Let's aim for 10. Aim for 10. Shoot for the stars and you'll land among the moon. Or is it the other way? Aim for the moon, you'll land among the stars. Okay, so you're going to aim for 10 breaths and that's big deep breaths per position. Okay, unless I tell you do it 3 times, then do 3 deep breaths per position, okay? Because some moves take a little bit longer to get into. For example, some of the back stretches need to be done a few more times in order for your back to appreciate the true benefit of the stretch. Okay, so we're gonna get started, okay? So first thing you're gonna do is shoulder rolls. So a little bit different than normal, I know, but your warm-up is gonna come in. So for these, I would say do 8 reps per direction. And then you're going to come into your arm circles. Okay, you're just going to do 8 arm circles per direction with squats. Okay. From here, you're going to come into wrist circles. Okay, so you're going to switch at the bottom when you come back up, so you're doing both directions. Again, do 8 per direction. Then from there, you're going to bring your hands shoulder height. You're going to press into the walls, bringing the palms as flat as you can, spreading your fingers nice and wide. So from the side, I look like this and spreading my fingers wide. And I'm trying to pull the fingertips towards me as I press the heel of my hand away. So it's going to stretch out the bottom of my forearm. Then I'm going to exhale, make a fist, tuck it under. Okay, so you're going to do 8 of those per direction as well. From there, you can give it a little stretch. Okay, 8 per direction is usually a good handful of breaths. So you can do 10 deep breaths, per direction. Don't really matter. Okay, after you do those, you're going to take the right arm across, dropping the right shoulder down. So you're looking at me a little bit from below, so it looks like my shoulder's up, but if I come down here, that's better. Okay, if I come down here, okay, dropping that right shoulder down, or whatever arm is across. So instead of this, you don't want this happening. Okay, bring it nice and low, and think of pushing this arm away into this arm rather than just cranking on the arm. Okay, so you're activating the arm that you are stretching. From there, you're going to obviously do it both sides. You're going to come into your tricep stretch as well from there. Okay, so 10 breaths per side when you get to these sort of stretches where you're just holding, obviously. And then from here, you're going to come into a side bend on both sides. 8 to 10 deep breaths, obviously. I'm going to do both sides because it feels nice. Okay, then from here, I'm looking at my list because I want to make sure we get everything. Okay, so this is your first set of 3. Okay, you're going to interlace your hands behind your back and you're going to try and pull your palms together. You're going to roll the shoulders down away from your ears, squeezing them together, and you're going to pull your hands away. You're going to try and straighten your elbows. If they don't straighten out, that's okay. Now I want you to avoid this happening with your hands, because your wrists aren't really getting a stretch from this. They're actually out of alignment here, which may cause you a little bit more discomfort in the end. So I want you to try and squeeze your hands together, straighten out those wrists, and keep the chest lifted. So you're looking up in this one very gently, and you're keeping your shoulder blades squeezed together. So you're going to do that one, and then you're going to do the opposite stretch. So we're going to decompress. So we're going to round our spine, tug our hips, and you're going to grab in between your legs, thumbs down, and you're just going to think about pulling your arms apart. As you do that, you're going to think of pulling your shoulders apart. So you're tucking your hips, pulling the shoulder blades apart, and then pulling against your legs to help with that resistance. As you do that, you can also tuck your head side to side. You might feel a deeper stretch in the shoulders or in the neck. Then you're going to roll it up one vertebrae at a time. So those 2 stretches, this one and this one, so interlacing and this is your decompression stretch. I want 3 of those, one after another, so working each direction one at a time. Okay, from there, you're gonna do individual finger stretches. So you're gonna grab at the knuckle, right above the knuckle, and right at the tip of the finger, and you're gonna do individual finger stretches. Okay, you're gonna do it for every single finger except your thumb. Your thumb doesn't need to be done. Or if you do your thumb, just be very gentle. Okay? Occasionally I do my thumb, I pull back just very gently. Okay, so you're gonna do it obviously both hands. You might have to crack it out after that. After that, you're gonna do a reverse prayer. That's gonna open up the shoulders. It's also a shoulder rotation, so it might be a struggle for you, and that's okay, just work through it. It's also gonna stretch out the forearms and stretch out the wrists. Okay, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna take your hands, fingers down, and then you're gonna turn them up or pull them up towards the ceiling. So this is stage 1, just the back of the hands touching. Okay, now to take it a stage deeper, what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip your fingertips up towards the ceiling, pinkies at your back and thumbs out. And you're gonna try and bring your hands elbow height, and you wanna keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. So there's no need to pull them back too far, you're just kind of keeping them in line. And you're trying to press the palms together. Again, you're squeezing the shoulders together, shoulders are rolled down and back towards the middle of your spine. So you're gonna do that for 10 deep breaths, 8 seconds, however long you want to do. You might have to roll it out after that. So I find it really stretches out the forearms. Okay, you can do that once or twice. I tend to just do it once because after that it's a really good stretch. Okay, from there, you're going to drop one ear to the shoulder and you're going to press into the floor with the opposite hand. So you're stretching out the side of the neck here, but I want you to make sure that this shoulder's dropped as well. So we have a tendency to do this. Make sure you drop the shoulder. Take the hand up and gently, give it some weight. You're not even pulling, you're just putting your hand on top to give weight to your head. Okay, and then you're focusing on pressing the hand down and lengthening the side of your neck. So you're obviously going to do this both sides, and then you can just give it a gentle side to side roll. Okay, from here, you're going to make your way to the floor. Okay, so you're going to come down to all fours. Make sure that your knees are stacked over or under your hips and your hands are stacked underneath of your shoulders. From here, you're going to tuck or lift your head, lift your tailbone, and you're going to think about squeezing and flexing your spine. So you're activating your shoulders. It's almost like you're pulling your hands back against you towards you on the floor. So even though they're not going to move, that's the sensation you want to feel. And you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then you're going to tuck, pushing into the floor with your hands, tuck your hips and squeeze, or should I say, separate your shoulder blades. Think about opening up your back. Okay, so you can do a good set of 3 of these. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you tuck. From here, you're going to, I have to read my list, pardon me. Okay, you're going to pull one leg forward, and you're just going to pop the other leg back. So you're in a triangle pose. So if I were to just come up so you can see a bit better. My feet are roughly like 2-3 feet apart, and I'm slightly open legs, so I'm a bit staggered. And I want you to come to a flat back. So some of you might be comfortable balancing on the leg, using the leg to help you support. Others might need a chair to help them, and that's fine. I have a chair here, but I'm okay. Okay, if you're flexible enough to reach the floor but keep a nice flat back, then that's fine. But I want you to keep your back nice and flat. You're just going to hold it here for a little bit, stretch out the back of your leg. Okay, I know obviously I didn't say we were going to do legs, and this is the only leg stretch, but because your legs, the back of your legs are attached to your back, everything in your back body is connected, we have to make sure your hamstrings are looser to help with the flexibility in your back. Okay, so stretching your back body includes your hamstrings. From here, you're going to keep your flat back, and you're going to open up. Think of rotating through your bottom hip, and you're pressing this hip forward. Okay, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. You're trying to stack your top hand over this shoulder and form a straight line with your hands. Then you're going to go the opposite direction. So again, I'm trying to hold my flat back. So if I'm using a chair, that's fine. My bottom hand, I might be on my elbow on the chair. Maybe I'm just extending my arm. Okay, but I want you to think about a nice lifted tailbone. Okay, you're going to open up to the back. Okay, so you'll feel a stretch in your back as well as in your legs. Okay, and these again, you're holding for a few 8 to 10 deep breaths, and obviously doing it both legs. From there, you can always rest, taking a little break. From there, you're going to stretch out the palms and the wrists a bit more. So I'm going to flip my hands backwards, thumbs on the outside, pinkies on the inside. And I'm just going to gently rock forward and back, getting a stretch in my forearms. Okay, so from there, you can flip and do the other side. So thumbs towards the insides, back of the hands to the floor, and again, you can rock gently forward and back. From that position, I'm going to take my hands towards the outside, okay, and I'm going to press gently side to side, and I'm still stacked over my wrists here. From there, I'm going to do circles in both directions, little gentle circles, and I'm going really slowly. I don't have to go too fast. Again, both directions. Again, 8 to 10 breaths for all of this. From here, this is your next exercise of 3. So your first exercise of 3 was your interlace and your decompression stretch. From there, it was your cat-cow. And then from here, it's your puppy to your rabbit. So this is going to be a stretch for your back, mostly your upper back. Okay, so first, we're going to flex the spine. So you're going to keep your hips stacked over your knees. You're going to first start with your hands directly underneath of your shoulders. Then you're going to walk them forward so they're at like a 45-degree angle. Then from here, you're going to slide them forward even more as you drop your chest towards the floor. Some of you might be here, and that's okay. I want you to think of lifting your tailbone as much as you can and pressing your chest down to the floor, squeezing your shoulder blades together. You might want to look forward at your hands if that's more comfortable. That's my preferred position. Okay, if this is really uncomfortable, you can always put pillows or a block underneath of your chest so that it's not so much pressure. Okay, so you're going to hold that for 8 to 10 deep breaths. Then you're going to tuck and roll back up. Okay, from there, you're going to do your rabbit stretch. So you're going to tuck your feet under for the rabbit. You're going to take the crown of your head and bring it to the floor. Then you're going to grab underneath of your feet. And as you lift your butt, you're going to pull your shoulder blades apart. So I want you to focus on separating the shoulder blades and using your hands on the feet to help you assist. Okay, then you're going to come back down and repeat your puppy and your rabbit twice more. So it's a 3-time series again. Okay, from there, you're going to come down to your bellies. Okay, and I want to, do I want to go this way? No, I'll go this way. Okay, so we're going to do the same series of stretches we did earlier this week. Okay, so you're going to come down to your belly. You're going to take your arm first to a 45-degree, and your palm is flat. So thumb pointed away from you, or upward. Okay, from here, you're going to press into the floor as you roll over. Okay, if this is as much as you want to go, that's totally fine. If you're comfortable, you can always try and roll over and bring both knees to the ceiling. Oh, that feels so nice. Again, 8 to 10 deep breaths. From there, you're going to take the arm straight out in line with the shoulder. Okay, and you're going to exhale, do the same type of thing. And just bring it here for 8 to 10 deep breaths. Our last stretch on the floor here, arm bends to a 90-degree. And then you're going to exhale, open up, and you should probably feel this a lot through the chest at this point. Okay, so we moved from shoulder to chest. So this was your shoulder, this was both, this was more in your chest. Okay, so 8 to 10 seconds per side, or 8 to 10 breaths, 8 to 10 breaths per move per side, obviously. And for those moves, you can do those just once, or you can do them a set of 2 to 3, because they are really going to open up the shoulder and the chest. You can do those against a wall as well if you don't feel like laying on the floor. It's the exact same setup. You're just standing up and opening up. You're rotating open through the wall. Same situation, 45-degree, arm out, 90-degree. Okay, so you can use the floor or the wall, depending on where you are and what you want to do. From there, the last stretch, and this is to cool yourself down. Now there's 2 more stretches. Okay, and these are your final 2 stretches. Your plow stretch, and if you're not comfortable with the plow, you can always use a stool or something at your feet to help you, or you can always do it against a wall so that your bum is leaning up against the wall. But for your plow, you're going to come into this 90-degree position. Am I in the thing? Yeah. Your legs are going to come to a 90-degree position. As you push through the elbows, you're going to lift your hips overhead and try to bring your feet to the floor. You're trying to straighten out your legs, and you're trying to just stretch out that lower back there. but you're also trying to lift your hips more overhead. So you might be starting off over here, and that's fine with your bum like really far back. But the goal is trying to lift it higher and higher over the chest. Okay, so you're just gonna hold that for, like I said, 8 to 10 deep breaths. Then your last two stretches are reclined twist. So dropping your knees to one side, that hand comes over. You're gonna extend the opposite hand and look over that shoulder. 8 to 10 deep breaths per side. This one, again, I recommend doing it at least 3 times because this is a great way to help alleviate a lot of the pressure and pain that we have in our lower backs from sitting, from standing, from working out, from life, from anything, everything and anything. Okay, so that's it. That's it for today. That was a very long video, so this might actually have to be posted to YouTube before I can post it to Instagram because I don't think I can post 15 minutes worth onto Instagram. All right, so I'm going to post it to YouTube and I'll post the link onto Instagram. That being said, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. That was day 9. That means tomorrow's the last day, and the day after that, more than likely, I'm going to announce the winner to the Fun Fall Challenge gift basket. It might be day 12, so day 11 or day 12. I'm going to announce the winner. I haven't decided if it's going to be the day after or the day after the day after. Hey, that also being said, tonight I am hosting my free sneak peek into my next 30-day challenge. It's going to be, obviously, since it's 30 days, it's going to be a little bit more commitment, but it's going to vary based on everyone's desires, goals, and needs. So we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to hash out a few more details tonight, and then we're going to talk more privately based on everyone's individual needs, based on all their commitments. That being said, I'm super excited to see your guys's results tomorrow. Tomorrow we're measuring our planks. It's going to be super, super excited. Or super, super exciting. Not excited. Obviously, I can't speak anymore because it's whatever time it is. 5:30 or something. Obviously, okay, so I did this late also so that you could do this like before bed or as a recovery thing to help you unwind after a day at work. Obviously, I didn't want you to do this in the middle of the day because then you would kind of undo some of the work of stretching by working and living your day and stuff. Okay, that's all I gotta say for today. Make sure you tag me in today's video. I don't obviously need to see the whole stretch or the whole video, or I obviously don't want to see the whole video because it's gonna take a long time. Just post like a picture or a quick snippet of your favorite stretch. What was your favorite stretch from today's sequence? That's what I want to know. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I will see you guys later, and I will talk to you tomorrow, and we will post, and we will check in tomorrow for the last day. I'm so excited. All right, you guys rock. Thank you. Bye.